A rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fodlan. Rhea's wild rampage was put to an end, averting what could have been the greatest crisis in the history of Fodlan. After 5.5 years of war, a new age was set to begin. The Empire, Kingdom, and Alliance, all political structures that had once shaped the continent, were gone. A unified nation began to take shape under the watchful eye of the Church of Seros. The Church's new leader became a champion of the people, working tirelessly to help them overcome the horrors of war and to carve out a path towards reconstruction. Just as Saint Seros tended to those who suffered in wars of the past, Fodlan's new ruler embraced their role as mother of all life and arbiter of every soul.
The war is over. But this is only the beginning.
Complain, complain. What is it now? You are a fool, just standing there and acting nonchalant. Have you already forgotten about me?
You said you were going to vanish.
I also said I would always be with you. But perhaps you would have preferred it if I had vanished without a trace. You were alone, and so I chose to come back to this world to stay with you.
So I assume this is what happened because of like my choice right over Gerald's grave with like the ring there. I just wanted to see what would happen if I chose Sothis. I was just curious, like what would the story pull if he chose Sothis there, and why it said like the triple question marks there. So I guess that's what we're seeing now. I was doing okay.
Do not put on a show. You know you cannot hide your truth from me. And I must say that you have done quite well. Of course you have. I chose to join our souls because I have great faith in you. And yet I must admit I did not know you would achieve so much. To think you could have died so early on.
That was a close call.
And that is all you have to say? You are impossible to stir. But all is well that ends so well. Is that not what they say?
Oh yeah, it is the freaking thing. It is, because I just wanted to see what would happen if I chose Sothis. I was just curious, like what the heck would happen. So I guess we're doing this then. Since you're here, I want you to have this.
Huh? What is that thing?
Beats me.
A ring, of course, but I must ask, for whom?
My pocket.
I see. Or, no, I take it back. You are not making any sense. Could it be that my own feelings were somehow influential? But when I think about it like that, I can't help but feel that I'm so in love, I should make an eternal vow.
Well, I guess this is what the choice is about. I could have chosen nobody. I guess we'll just watch this out. Oh, I'm not reading this out.
What? Oh, were you eavesdropping? Oh, fine. I shall admit, I do. I love you deeply, overwhelmingly, passionately.
This is so out of character.
Love without an end.
That is completely out of character. This does not feel natural at all.
And so, yes, I shall accept that ring of yours.
Like, I imagine with the other characters that you actually develop a bond with through the monastery there, it would probably feel more natural. This feels so out of character for Sothis. This does not sound like Sothis at all. What the heck? You will. I just want to see what would happen.
It's only right, For you and I are joined within our souls.
I just chose her because I wanted to see what would happen. I was like, wait, isn't she gone forever? So I just selected her because I wanted to see what would happen.
And that is much the same as marriage, don't you think? The stone within your chest is little more than decoration now. That means it is within your very soul that I exist. And so, whatever are you waiting for?
How do I?
Ah, well, just wear it on your own finger. Our love is all that matters, not a ring. The two of us are one.
This is
for now
so
and
out of
ever.
character,
I
jeez.
hope you are aware of that. In sickness and in health, and come what may, I shall be deep within your heart.
Yeah, not how. I just wanted to see what the option
love
chose.
you, and I can feel the warmth of love from you as well.
That does not sound like Sothis at all. I just want to see what the heck.
You no
There's a
longer hide a thing from me. The day
there's
you
a freaking
die,
art for it.
I'll follow you. We shall journey as one until the end of time. I
Okay.
never tire of being around you. Since we could not trade words for far too long, I have much that I wish to say to you.
I'm flabbergasted.
I know just where to start. Do you recall what we spoke of before? I had told you not
Top 50
to let
survival
your guard
tips?
down.
Oh.
Honestly, I adore you, but you can be so childish.
Okay, what the heck? So that's it then. Oh, we get the battle data from like the end of every Fire Emblem game, at least all the ones that I've played, where it shows like how many turns that it took for each chapter and who is the MVP of each of them. I remember that from the other games I've played there, and it even shows the sprites there next to them. So we finally beat Fire Emblem Three Houses. I thought that after saying yes to Seth, we'd have a quick ending, not like an over hour-long final boss fight. It is currently 6:21 a.m. I am beaten so badly in terms of sleep there. I woke up at 8 this morning, so I've been awake for almost close to 24 hours. I've been streaming almost all day, so I mean, close to that 24-hour charity stream that I did almost, but like with a break in between. Oh my goodness. So yeah, there are still a lot of mysteries about this story though, like a ton of them actually. Like that society that was, or that group that was like controlling the empire, for example. What the heck was that place there? Why was it so like techie and they were like mass producing robots and stuff, and it's like, what the heck? What the heck was going on there? And I don't even know, man. What was that place? What was that group? What were they trying to achieve? And what would happen if I actually went with Edelgard? And also, there was no option to spare Edelgard. Edelgard is just straight up dead. But now we've apparently brought peace there. I guess, did Rhea die as well, or did she manage to live? I'm so confused. Like, I'm kind of hoping that she lived there. Like, and I was very surprised with how the game's story took a twist there. Like, yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Felix was the MVP in the final battle there. I was expecting Rhea to be the main bad guy. Like that, I mean, I guess she technically was the final boss, but I was expecting Rhea to be like the main bad guy. Like, she was shaping up to have like some deeper motivation there that would turn out to be something evil, you know? But that turned out to not be the case. Ah, now we get to read what happens to all the characters here. Catherine left the Knights of Seros and set out to travel across Folan. With Thunderbrand in hand, she wandered the countryside, seeking to always defend the innocent and punish the wicked. Many years of heroics ensured that she would always be remembered by the people as a beloved folk hero. Has 0 battles, 0 victories. Oh, I'm so sorry, faculty members. Once all the fighting had come to an end, Alois officially took up the position of captain of the Knights of Seros. In this capacity, he was much beloved, and the Knights became more unified than ever under his command. It is said that their accomplishments during his tenure were beyond even what Geralt's troop had achieved. He's doing all the ones I did like almost nothing with at first. Though Folan had changed, Henneman's goal remained unwavering, to determine the workings of the crests and to do away with the inequality caused by them. To that end, his research resulted in magical tools that could be used even without the aid of crests. This proved to be another worthwhile discovery by the father of crestology. And there's the main Fire Emblem theme. Manuela left Garreg Mach to build her own academy in a small, war-torn town. There, she contributed heavily to the rebuilding efforts while teaching future generations the necessary skills of survival. Though she never married or had children of her own, she spent the last years of her life happily devoted to her students. Shortly after the war, Shamir gave up the mercenary life and disappeared. Though she was never heard from again, rumors swirled persistently for years of a master archer turned thief who lined her pockets by shaking down all those who preyed upon the innocent. Seth remained at the monastery and worked to restore the authority of the Church of Seiros. Doing away with his old strictness, he adopted a tolerant stance toward all. His encouragement of believers to respect those of other faiths helped the people of Fodlan to find common ground with others. Sweet. Yeah, now we're getting into the units that I used. Unable to serve Rhea any longer, Cyril nearly left the church. He was persuaded to stay, however, to assist in rebuilding the monastery he had helped maintain. Thanks to his devoted work ethic, the Officers' Academy was able to reopen a few years later. When the new students took the reception hall, Cyril found himself among them. Words are hard, geez. Oh, so it does pair them together! Mercedes left home as a cleric at Garreg Mach. There, she took in and raised children who had lost their families in the war, regardless of the circumstances of their birth or bloodline. Some years later, she was reunited with Ignatz, who persuaded his family that he should become a painter, and traveled all through Fodlan painting beautiful landscapes. His greatest masterpiece, however, was a portrait that was entitled The Smiling Saint. It is said that the woman whose face inspired it became the love of his life, and that she spent all her remaining days close by her side. So it does pair them up at the end. Oh my goodness, really? Those two? Even after the war's end, skirmishes continued to break out across Fodlan. Learning that there were still places where he could fight, Felix abandoned his noble title and chose to make a living with his sword. He traveled the land, seeking battle as if he had a death wish, but his violent path came to an end when he arrived at Garreg Mach. It was there that he reunited with Flayn, who was saddened to see that Felix continued to use the sword to kill. She left to travel with him, and it is rumored that her kindness helped turn his life around. No one knows what became of them after that, but tales of a deadly swordsman did suddenly cease. Aww. Oh, those two went together! After the war, Linhardt decided to inherit his title. He spent several years studying his territory, learning to manage his affairs, and when he was finally ready to become the new Count Hevring, he announced his marriage to Dorothea. Somehow, despite all this activity, Linhardt actually managed to keep up with his crest studies. Though his results were dubious at times, his new wife helped him alter them so that they would be of use to the people. The relationship was unlike anything the nobility had ever witnessed. When faced with this accusation, Linhardt and Dorothea could only laugh and note that the past was of no significance to them. Really? Petra returned to her homeland of Brigid and inherited the throne from her grandfather. As ruler, she declared independence from Fodlan and renegotiated Brigid's diplomatic ties to Fodlan and Dagda on more equal terms. At every step along the way, she was accompanied and supported by her husband, Caspar, who had left Fodlan behind to be with her. It is said that the people of Brigid were initially suspicious of the union due to Caspar's relation to a nemesis of their homeland, but that is to his the Brigid's behalf endured over time. It certainly helped that he made the queen very happy. Jeez, it doesn't give me enough time to read this out. Oh, they did go together! After the war, Bernadetta renounced her claim to House Farley. She married Ferdinand, the new Duke Ager, and the two contributed to relief efforts by instituting reforms across their dukedom. Due to the success of those policies, Ferdinand was offered the opportunity to help govern all Fodlan. He accepted, leaving the management of Ager territory to his wife, or Ayer, while he worked to apply their ideas to the world at large. Since Bernadette did not like to leave their home, Ferdinand's life involved a lot of travel, but instead he also embarked on his return home with a smile. Jeez, not enough time there. How is this gonna play out? Harmonia defeated those who slither in the darkness and put down the crazed Immaculate One. In the aftermath of the loss of Fodlan's great leading figures, he ascended the throne as the first leader of the United Kingdom of Fodlan. In his heart lived the hope that their efforts would one day yield an era in which the people knew true peace and the horrors of war were a lazy memory of the past. Oh man, this really calm version of the main theme is beautiful. Oh, that's really calming. So yeah, the story here wasn't exactly like as good as it could have been, I feel like, but this is one of 4 storylines. Like, if this was the only story that there was, I'd probably feel a little bit disappointed. But we have 3 more routes to go through, and next we're gonna be doing, oh man, this is so peaceful. And whoops, I didn't mean to hit that. That was the wrong hotkey. I meant to hit this. Aww. Aww. Anyway, yeah, I definitely really enjoyed that game though. Hard mode typically wasn't as challenging as I hoped to be at a lot of places. Like, there were some maps that were very, very challenging. Like that paralog at the Red Canyon. We still don't even know what the Red Canyon incident was. We're gonna have to do some more playthroughs to find that out. Like, we'll be doing Blue Lions next. And that's what I hear is the best route. That's what I hear has like a super bittersweet ending that apparently people cry at the end thereof. Just Cynthia, no last name there. But yeah, so hard mode typically wasn't as challenging as I hoped it would be. During the final battle there, we managed to devise a strategy enough that we didn't have to lose a single unit, so that was great. But we had to do some thinking there, we had to do some strategizing for sure. And yeah, I have like 65 hours in this game or something like that now. And after all that time, the first playthrough is finally beaten. And now we have 3 more. But yeah, so apparently Blue Lions is the best one that'll have a bittersweet ending. Also, that was never explained. Why did we see Dimitri there in this playthrough? Where he was like seemingly alive, like a ghost-like figure. That was never explained. I thought that would be explained, but it wasn't. What happened to Dimitri? I'm so confused. Oh, there's this new verse to the lyrics that I haven't heard in like, you know, the OST online before. But yeah, I really like the gameplay of that game. When they said that weapon durability was coming back, I was a little bit worried because I don't typically like weapon durability. It's like, oh, your weapon's broke, go to the shop and buy new ones, and you keep on doing that over and over again. It's like, man. But because you can reforge the weapons, like keeping the same one that you already had and you forged up to be like a better weapon, like a plus weapon in this game, you don't have to worry about being gone forever because you can just like repair it. So like, I know that there were good things about weapon durability, like you having to strategically choose like whether you want to save your durability for a rainy day or just use like a, you know, weaker weapon or something like that. And like, I understand that, but I was like, but I still hate replacing my weapons all the time. So this took what was good about infinite weapons and what was good about weapon durability and combined them into one brilliantly. I really like the weapon durability of this game. Gameplay wise, I think this might be my favorite Fire Emblem game. Like, it used to be Fire Emblem Fates because Fire Emblem Fates gameplay was so good. That game was lacking in story, unfortunately, but the music and gameplay of that game were absolutely incredible. And yeah, going into this game, I wasn't sure what to expect, what with like the whole lessons in the monastery and stuff like that. But I wound up really enjoying it. It's really good for people like me that really like dictating the path of all my units and basically making them as strong as I possibly can, you know? So this kind of a game is perfect for people like me. And yeah, Edelgard / Flame Emperor. Yeah, I accidentally spoiled the fact that the person who plays Edelgard is also the Flame Emperor there. So if we choose to go with Edelgard there, I guess we go, like, I guess we stay on her side then, we don't betray her. And I was very surprised that Edelgard actually had to die there. Like, what the heck? Jritza / Death Knight. Oh, so he was Jritza after all? Question marks? But his name was also Emil? Not Flane's, freaking Mercedes's younger brother? He was also known as Jritza? So Jritza was the Death Knight then. I thought it was just a mystery what happened to Jritza and Emil was like a different person. I guess I was wrong. Yeah, my biggest complaint with this game is the Sword of the Creator durability, because I never rested a single time during this playthrough except for that one time where it's like I just wanted to push through the story and like see what would happen when I rested, how much motivation would build up, and it was just half of the bar of motivation, and you can build up more from exploring anyway. So resting is literally the most pointless thing ever, and it only restores 5 uses of the Sword of the Creator, so I found myself pretty much never using the Sword of the Creator because, you know, it basically was like it had finite durability because I never ever rested because there was never any need to. It's literally just a worse version of exploring that you can get done faster, I guess. So that's my biggest complaint with this game for sure, is the Sword of the Creator durability. Like, I wish that there was something else with it where it would still be like limited so you can't spam it, but not quite like that. I feel like there was a better system that could have been put in than that. I was really surprised at the, like, right before the 5-year time jump when Edelgard and Hubert betrayed us there after he chose to stay at the monastery. I figured, like, these are main characters, and they, like, typically in Fire Emblem games, when somebody's a member of your party for that long, they're not gonna do that, you know? Because you've put all this time and effort into them and to make them strong, and then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, Edelgard's just like, aha, I'm the Flame Emperor, give me all your crest stones, and then declared war. And that was still never fully explained in this playthrough here, what exactly her motivations behind the war were. Like, I can fashion a guess, like, my guess being that she wanted to unite all of Fodlan and do away with, like, the whole idea that your crest is how far you get in life and stuff like that. Like, with people being disowned if they didn't inherit the crest at birth, stuff like that. Because she was ranting on quite a bit about that during the monastery days, like, before the time jump. So I feel like that was her motivation there, was to unite Fodlan and change the world like that. Which, she definitely wasn't doing it in the right way there. And I was surprised that I couldn't spare Edelgard, that there was no choice to do that there. Like, I chose every option along the way that would be to spare Edelgard, and the game just went ahead and did that cutscene where Violet just straight up killed her there. I do like how we did manage to get a bunch of details about Violet's past and Violet's origin and stuff like that in this playthrough, but we still have a lot of questions to be asked, like that place full of technology there. What was that? I thought that would be explained there, but it wasn't. So I'm so confused, but I guess we have 3 more playthroughs to go now. I wonder how many parts into the series this will be. I know for sure it's going to be over 50, but this stream and the last one I haven't cut up into parts yet. And how many parts do I have here right now made up for? 49! Okay, yeah, so obviously over 50. 49 parts are currently made, and this stream and the last one, this one being 9 hours, 20 minutes here, they haven't been cut up into parts yet, so this will probably be like 70 parts or something like that, won't it? Oh my goodness, and we have 3 more playthroughs to go to find out, like, the whole story. Oh my goodness. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, if this was like the only playthrough that I was doing, if it's like, hey, I beat the game, let's put it on the shelf and forget it forever, then I'd be disappointed with the story. But there's 3 more routes, and I hear that Blue Lions is apparently an absolutely incredible story, is what I hear. So I really look forward to trying that out there, and GG stages. But yeah, I definitely look forward to trying out those other routes then. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this here. Some of the mechanics I definitely found strange, like the whole tea time thing. It's like, oh, is this freaking like Fire Emblem of me from the Japan version of FE Fates? Is that what it's like, except a bit different, I guess? Oh man. Yeah, well, not really, Sages. Just a little bit of an idea. But we still don't know, like, her name or who exactly she was, but we have an idea now. But yeah, some of the things felt pretty strange. Fishing was really strange. Like, this is so, like, I'm so used to playing Fire Emblem games where it's just like, one battle, next battle, next battle, next battle. But this whole exploring the monastery and all the activities there, that was like half the gameplay. So it was definitely a very interesting breath of fresh air and a very interesting new take on the Fire Emblem format. Like, this is definitely one of, if not the most unique title in the series. Like, geez. I must say. The music was absolutely incredible, thinking of the music now. Like, I love it when games reuse tunes, and the fact that this game was reusing the main theme in so many places over and over was brilliant. I loved it. And I loved how it was used in the final boss theme. A final boss theme can only be like top notch if it reuses one of the main tunes from the game. That's my opinion there. Is what can make, or what can be one of the requirements for it to be top notch as a final boss theme, is to reuse one of the main themes. When done right. Breath of the Wild being an example of it done completely wrong. Like, it reused a tune that was from the trailers rather than anywhere in the game. And there was somebody having a seizure on the piano in the background. So that's a perfect example of where it's done wrong. This game was an example of where it's done right. Another example of where it's done right being Xenoblade Chronicles 2, where it reuses the tune from Counterattack in that game in the final boss theme. Among other themes. Another great example being Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2, which reuses the same tune in so many different places, like the final boss theme, In the Hands of Fate, Through the Sea of Time, Time Gear, all that stuff. So there we go, finally. Jeez, it took us so long. Oh man, oh man. Here's that Nemesis is Gerald's father? I don't think so. I don't think Gerald's lineage shares any importance here, after having certain things explained here. Do you want to save cleared game data? This data can be used to start a new game. Plus, if you intend to play your previous data, please save your cleared data into another. Hold on. Save cleared game data. This data can be used to start a new game. Plus, if you intend to play your previous file, please save your cleared game data to another file. So yeah, we will save into another file here. So this is preparations before the final battle of our first route there. Or we could always have that there. How else do we get the Bloodline of Flames when you only have the Nemesis bloodline? Well, that was kind of explained in this route that I did. But I guess I won't say what it is if you don't know it yet. So there's the autosave. I guess I'll do away with this thing like right before I made the choice. We'll do the whole thing over again at some point anyway. So yeah, this is right before I made the choice of who to pair with. So I'll leave that be. Wait. Can I? So I won't be able to put this in file 2 then, will I? Dang it. Can I like copy files over? Like this is after we beat the game there. After battle of beating the game. So let's save there. This is what we'll do. Oh, we have a new title screen now. Huh. Tells you how you got the crest, sort of. Sort of explains some stuff. So let's copy this into that slot. So yeah, there's goodbye to my save file of right before I made the choice that affected the story. And then here's the cleared game data. So yeah, here's the end of our first playthrough. And then this will be the start of our second. Done. And then like we can delete the other two to like clear stuff up. There we go. So yeah, there's our first playthrough, the end of it. And then this will be our, like, if we said new game here. Okay, you can, like, we're not going to start right now or anything, but you can carry over your endgame data into New Game Plus. Endgame saves and New Game Plus saves are indicated by a Sothis mark. In New Game Plus, you retain your renown and hired battalions as well as your shop and saint statue levels. You can also use your journal to spend renown to unlock professor levels, support levels, skill levels, combat arts, and abilities gained from mastering class skills that you unlocked in your previous cleared game save. Use the unit appearance option in your journal to choose your units to look from options such as monastery uniforms or war attires, like the 5-year time jump one. Profile, portraits, and voices will not change. Additionally, you may receive items containing crest powers based on the choices you make in your clear game save. Use a journal to spend renown to unlock any crest items you do not already possess. So essentially, you can give people crests that they don't normally have, but it uses up an item slot in their inventory. If you have any Fire Emblem character amiibo, try scanning them at the amiibo gazebo in the monastery. Who knows what may happen? I already know what happens. Carry over your data from endgame to new game. Like, let's just see what happens here. Oh, I guess we just like select things here. So we go hard classic again. That's what we do. So what happens if we did continue cleared game file? Oh, it just shows starting new game plus here. So yeah, we'll save that for next time there. So yeah, what's in extras here? Movie gallery. So how much am I? Oh, there's a whole bunch that I'm missing there. So here's all the stuff from before the, whoops, hold on. Here's all the stuff from before the 5-year time jump, all the cutscenes that happen right there, I guess, in every route. Oh, and then something different happens in other things here. So we're missing some cutscenes there. So these are all the ones that happen in the route that I chose there. Yeah, so there was Edelgard's death then. Yeah, so we're missing a whole bunch of cutscenes then. Because we have to do the other routes. Event gallery. Oh, can we see like support conversations? Dreams of a Throne? Hold on. What is...
It is most
oh, that's
rude
the...
to interrupt a moment of
Is this like just like any of the cutscenes? Oh, this is like the first cutscene then. No, can I? Yeah, I don't need to see it. Oh, we can change the avatar selection? Or no. Also, we have someone's locked here. Oh, I guess we can only see the ones with the female Byleth once we do that, I guess, once we do that. And then here's the stuff that I did there. So that's called the Silver Snow route. So there's White Clouds, which I guess will be like... Actually, wait, no, we'll have the option of like affiliation there once we do the other routes, I imagine. So we can check support comment. Look at free, it's Hubert. He's there. Oh, so I guess it's different with female Byleth? Interesting. And yeah, Hubert kind of stabbed us in the back, didn't he? So it's showing the 5 years earlier one. Wow, your eyes are big, aren't they? So yeah, it's different conversations then. Wait, we can support with... We can support with Rhea. How though? That's what I wonder. And then Sothis is just S. We tried that out to see what would happen. Now I know. So yeah, Rhea is considered like a unit then. Interesting. Voiceover language. I just wanted to see if it would play a sample. No, don't delete all save data. Ah, there's a music library. Oh, there's a whole bunch of locked music too. Oh, there's all the bonus kind of stuff. It's a shame that a lot of this stuff is taken down from stuff like YouTube. Yeah, all characters are only S if you pair with them. Apart from like the ones that are platonic. Like, I'm not sure if you can get ones like with Alois that are platonic otherwise. That's how all S supports are. I want to see if the final boss theme is here. Like, this is all just the... Yeah, that's all that stuff. Yeah, I wonder what the final boss theme is called anyway. I'm not sure. Okay, I guess it doesn't keep playing on the thing then. Unfortunito. Yeah, so I guess we've beaten the game now. So this will be our first save file. So this will be Black Eagles, Blue Lions, Golden Deer, back to Black Eagles. And then, you know, other stuff here, I guess. I suppose. But yeah, I'm going to call the stream here. Doggy's probably pretty tired back there. Hey? You about ready to go to bed? Oh, big stretch? Hey? You're tired. I'm sorry to have kept you up so long. I didn't realize the final boss would last that long. I'm sorry, Jesse. Hey? You about ready to go to bed? You'd probably like that, wouldn't you? Alright, let's wrap things up here. So, yeah, so thanks everybody who stopped by and hung out. I'm going to call the stream here, and whenever we continue in Three Houses next, it'll be with Blue Lions. This game is so unbelievably long.